Hello out there. I'm not sure that you can hear me. We are having a little bit of a technical um, challenge here. We are getting Eileen on as well. But until then, welcome everybody. We were going to talk a little bit about conscious horse, conscious rider. And if you have any questions, nobody have sent any questions beforehand. But if you have any questions right now, you can send a chat and we'll grab the questions that come in. Or I'm not sure, Eileen, are you there? Nope, not yet. Let's see what happens. I'll hope we'll get her on as soon as possible. Well, until then, I can start talking a little bit about my favorite class in Access, Conscious Horse, Conscious Rider, a magical horse class where we are working with horses and we are having a lot of theory around horses and horse behavior. It's very different than other horse classes, other horse clinics in different ways. The way I see it, there are different layers of interacting with horses. There's a classical way of riding, the classical way of doing dressage, jumping, and so on, where you teach the horse that the proper response on a certain physical impact on the horse. Where if you push the horse there, it needs to go in that direction, or you teach the horse to respond to your way of sending different signals. And the next level of interacting with horses is horsemanship, which is pretty up in time right now. A lot of people are doing horsemanship, and it's really cool, where you start interacting with the horses, where you communicate with your body language and the horse's body language. And that's where you start communicating with the horse in a way that they naturally understand. But this is on a very physical and very body language way. And the next level is the level that we're doing a lot in our class, where you connect to the horse completely and you communicate with the horse in the way that the horses communicate with each other. That is the way, the language that the horses speak among them, and the language that they speak to us as well, if we are willing and able to listen to it. It's the energetic communication that a horse, when there is a herd of horses in the natural habitat, if they are prey animals. If a predator comes, the leader of the herd will let the others know in which direction to move immediately. And that is not a verbal or physical way of telling the others and letting the herd know in what direction to move. It is an energetic communication. And the beauty and the really cool thing about energetic communication is that it's instant. It is, you get a huge amount of information in a heartbeat. You get the whole picture right away. So there's not so much about going back and forth in that communication right there. It's an information about move in that direction because there's a predator coming over here. And it's just instant. And that's the way that the horses communicate with each other. And they also communicate all the time to us. The problem is that a lot of us are not willing to, have not been taught how to communicate in that way, how to listen to that energetic communication. And we're not either taught how to communicate back. We're not taught how to listen to the energetic communication that the horses speak, and we're not taught how to communicate back to them. So, and the willingness from our side to do that, we're all able to do it. We're born speaking the energetic communication. All babies speak that language, but we forget to speak it because we're often done wrong. It's not very weird. We all do it, and we all do it every day in our everyday life. It is the sense of other people where you oh, sorry, I just got a message from Eileen. Just a second. Hello again. We're having a little bit of a technical issue here. I hope that you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, will you let me know in the chat window? Or if you can hear me, let me know. I'm not sure that we have Eileen on yet. Anyways, I was talking about the energetic communications, and okay, I get a message that you can hear me. How cool is that? I'm really happy about that. But you cannot see me, and you can maybe see me now. Yes, I think you can. Anyways, communication that we are doing a lot and working a lot with in the class is a language that we all speak from when we are born, and we forget it while we are young. Most of us forget it because we just put it aside because we're made wrong when we pick up something energetically from our surroundings, when we pick up that our mom is unhappy or our dad is angry or whatever, and they say, no, we're not. And we make ourselves wrong, and then we forget to communicate in that way. But we all do it every day. When you meet people and you have a sense that they are happy, or you have the sense that they are unhappy or whatever. Sorry, there's a little interruption here. Anyways, we all pick up all the time that how our surroundings are and what mood they are in, and that is energetic communication. And it's a muscle that can be built like any other muscles in our body. Once we get the sense of it, we can just build it. And that's what we're working a lot with. We're working with a lot of different things and playing with a lot of different things. And it's pretty fun to do that with the horses, and it actually applies to any other area of our lives. But the cool thing of working with it with horses is that it's so direct, and it's so clear when you get it. And with this tool, we can ask the horse. If a horse has a behavior issue or a physical issue, we can ask the horse, so what is this about? What can we contribute to you? What would it take to change this? And they will give us a picture of what is it? What can we do? They will show us that where in the body that they have pain or tension, or what is behind some kind of misbehavior or what it is, they'll show us. For some people, it's a picture. For some people, it's a word. For some people, it's a whole box of information in one go. And it's pretty cool. Once you get the sense of it, it builds very rapidly. And when you step out of the horse class and go back to your everyday life, it also applies to dealing with your family or your boss or whoever is in your life. It will be possible with this tool to get a sense of your surroundings all the time, which is not always pleasant, because it's not all people who are happy and easygoing and who thinks that you're the star in their lives. They might be very judgmental, and you pick that up as well. But hey, won't we would like to have the information. It's just information. We don't have to take it as a judgment or personally as if there is something wrong with us. We can look at it and say, oh, she just judged me there. And it's a nice information to have. We don't have to respond to all of it, but it makes us aware of whatever is going on in our lives and in our surroundings. This is one of the things that we are playing with in the class, and it's a very fun part of it, because a lot of things pops up where we might think that it's something completely different that is wrong with the horse that we're working with, and then all of a sudden they show us something completely different that might be completely way far from what we thought we were going to work with. And once we get the information and the sense of what is going on with this horse and what can we contribute, how can we change this, we have different tools that we then work with. Hands-on processes that we work on the horse. If they have tensions, pains, whatever is going on, something is not flowing right in the body, or some organs or the immune system needs to be boosted, we have processes that we can run on the horse's body, and we have energetic processes that we can run to change the energy of whatever is stuck for the horse. The fun thing is also that what is going on for the horses is not so different from what is going on for us. We'll often see that whatever is going on for one horse, it's probably in many cases just a copy of what is going on for this horse owner or the rider or whoever is around the horse. It's oftentimes not the horse. They are just responding to our expectations or our projections or judgments of the horse. We were just in Dubai working with race horses last week, my daughter and me, and one horse that we work with, everybody in the stable kept on saying he's a dangerous horse. He's a crazy horse. They used crazy and dangerous all the time around this horse. And so he was crazy, he was dangerous, he was kicking, he was biting, he was really attacking people coming into the stable. So hey, was that the horse that was crazy and dangerous, or was he just responding to what they expected from him? And yes, he did, because my daughter and me, we could easily be in his stable. The others did not go in there alone. They were at least two people going in there, and one would hold the horse while the others were working with him. We could easily be there, and he would be quite easy and laid back. Not in the beginning, it took a while, and we were clearing a lot of expectations and all of that. But that is one of the keys of interacting with horses, is actually realizing that their willingness to play with us is so big that they completely read us all the time. So if we come in with an expectation of a horse being crazy or a horse being fast running, they will probably deliver that. That is what they will show us. That is what they will be with us. They are exactly what we ask of them. And so when we look at that, when we look at interacting with horses from that perspective, are we then going to cure crazy horses, or are we going to work with crazy horses? Yeah, we might start there, but the core and the key of all of this is actually us looking at us and what expectations we come to the horse with and who we are being when we are with the horse. Everybody knows that if you're afraid of horses, the horses will act up. Well, that's that. That is that key, that if you are nervous, the horse will pick it up and they'll be like, oh, what does she want from me? What is required here? And they get nervous. So they pick up our sense. They pick up our emotion. They pick up every thought, feeling, and emotion going on in us, and they respond to that. So the key and the red thread through the whole class is actually us looking at us and being willing to and aware of who we are and what we send out to the horses. And in that moment where we realize that the horses are just responding to us and to our expectation, then we start changing, we start growing, we start growing our awareness of who we are and what we would choose to be, with horses, but also with other people in our lives. If we work with during the weekend of who we are willing to be, if we are willing to be the alpha mare when you are with a horse, if you're not willing to be the alpha mare, you'll be run over and taken for a ride. And if you're willing to step up and be the alpha mare in that interaction there, when you start getting a sense of that and building that in yourself, you can choose to be that in your job and in your family and in any other relation that you are in. So it might be easier, and that is one of the things that people often come back with afterwards, that, oh, this was a horse class, but it actually changed my life because I got so much more aware of I became so much more aware of who I am and who I'm choosing to be, and what and the interactions that I choose with people, what energy I send out, because you can send out different energies around people. When you are with a horse, they mirror you 100% with a clean mirror. There is no judgment from their side. There is no conclusion. There's just 100% clean mirror that they just put in your face. So the awareness that you can grow around a horse is really, really huge, because they are willing to be present with you, 100% present, and they are willing to be without any judgments about what hair day you have or they have, or if you're in the latest riding equipment or anything. There's none of that bullshit there. There's only a clear mirror of who you are and what you are sending out to the horse. And that, in that way, the horses are a huge gift to us. They are a huge contribution to us if we will let them show us that picture of who we are. And if we will take that present and have a look at ourselves and maybe choose to be more of what we are truly, or maybe change something that doesn't work. And the horses will definitely also show us that if there is something that, one of the things that I see again and again and again with horses, when we work with horses, I'm sure Eileen would agree in that, is that you come out and horses will be biting people or pushing people. A lot of horses push people. Hey, what if that is actually the horses saying to us, hey, stop being a pathetic pile of shit. get into this size that you really, the power and potency that you can truly be, and stop being pathetic. We would do that to other people if there was somebody around us that were being pathetic. We would kind of like push them a little bit and say, hey, get over yourself. Come on, step up, be you. And what if all that pushing from horses and biting us, maybe that is, and I often see that that is exactly that. The horses are asking us to step up and be the power and potency that we can truly be. And what if we were actually willing to take that contribution from the horses and say, oh, maybe I am pathetic right now. Maybe I can be more powerful. Maybe I can be something else. At least be in the question of, oh, what is the horse trying to tell me now? What is the horse telling me now? What is it that I'm not seeing? And start asking a lot of questions to ourselves, to the horse, into the environment there. That's some of the things that we'll be looking into. We have a lot of theory. We have a lot of tools and techniques that we will practice through the class. And I'm so sorry that Eileen, that we never found out how to, and I'm really sorry for you guys that we've never done this before, and I'm not in my home, so I'm not exactly sure that my internet is proper working here, but we'll do it again, and we'll hear what Eileen has to say about all of this. But I'm sure we've done a couple of classes together, Eileen and me, and we have been playing with these tools together, and the things that we see in the classes are just amazing, and the way that it changes people's lives are just amazing. Eileen has a horse class coming up this upcoming weekend in Ireland, in Galway, not far from Galway, and I have a class the following weekend, April 2nd and 3rd in Quinn, County Clare. And you can find the classes on the accessconsciousness.com website, or you can find them on Facebook. Well, cool, Eileen, she's on a chat here on the side. I hope if there's anything you want me to say, Eileen, just let me know, and we'll just do this another day. And I hope that when we put up a Google Hangout next time, we'll be more professional with the technical side of it. And I hope that you guys will send in a lot of questions and be part of this amazing adventure that these horse classes are. Sometimes I just popped up a little reminder from my last horse class in South Africa. There was a guy there. He wasn't even a horse person. He didn't have horses or anything. He was a flight mechanic, and his wife brought him to class, which was pretty cool and very brave of him. And we were talking about all these things, and one of the tools that we start up practicing with the horses is getting the energetic connection with the horse. And it's a very little exercise that we do again and again and again. And what we do is that we get the energy flowing between the horse and us, which opens up the channels of communication, and it makes the horse feel safe, gives them a sense of trust, because we now speak the language of the horse. It's a very little thing. It's a tiny thing, but it changes the whole interaction with horses. That tiny little thing that takes a split second to do and to create that energetic connection. And I remember this guy was a little bit like, oh, what is this? And we took out a horse, and I was standing with a horse on the lawn, and the other participants were not there yet. And he came over, and he was standing on the side of the horse, and he connected to the horse energetically. And the horse was standing there eating this very delicious green grass there. And the second that the guy connected to the horse just lifted up the head and looked him straight into the eyes. It was so clear, it was saying, "Oh, hi, there you are," and was really saying, "Oh, there was a connection there." And his eyes went this big, and for him, that moment, that tiny little thing that we were playing with all the horses, just changed everything, because that is where we are beyond the classical signaling and interaction with a horse, and we're beyond horsemanship. We actually connect like avatar. We connect with the horse. We make the avatar connection with the horse with that tiny tool. We just connect and open up for every communication there. And that was just an example of one of the many, many things that we do, which makes this very different from any other horse class that I've ever. I like interacting with horses in many, many ways, but this has just made it so much more fun, and such a huge contribution both ways. I mean, for the horses, most of the horses that we work with, they are like, "Wow, you're actually here, you're actually seeing me, you're actually hearing me, you're actually," wow. For a lot of horses, that alone makes a huge difference. That for some horses, that's the first time in their life, this lifetime, that somebody, a person, actually connected and actually saw them and heard them. And for the people that interact with the horses with these tools, it will just change their lives, because these tools applies to any other area in our lives. So excuse me for a second. I'm just gonna say what Eileen said. Yeah, Eileen says hi, and we'll do it again another day. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm just gonna read what she said here. Yeah, and Eileen says that she would love to do introduction classes. If any of you guys out there, if you would like to host any of us or do introduction classes in Ireland or anywhere else, let us know. We love doing these classes, and we like doing introduction evenings as well, or intro nights. Let us know, and we'll put up a Google Hangout again. And we're really sorry about the little technical glitch here, but we'll get back to you, and let us know if you want to interact with us somewhere in the world, Ireland or anywhere else. And you can find us on Facebook, Eileen Murphy or Hannah Stigard, or you can find us on accessconsciousness.com. So let us know. Thank you very much for now. It was a pleasure. I hope you all got something out of it. And have a very nice Easter, everybody.